as last year, just playing within the framework of what we do on defense, we always say this is, probably the most, unselfish defense in the country. We do a lot to set up other players on the team, and that takes a certain type of person, and we feel like we have those type of guys, on this defense. And I think he's grown in that to know when we all are successful, then the individual will be successful also. And I think not that he was selfish. I don't want to make that seem that's what I'm saying. I'm saying with working within the framework of the defense and not feeling like you have to overdo it to try to go make a play. Just work within what we're doing, and the improvement that we've seen this spring. Obviously, we think he's a dynamic blitzer and a guy that can really get after the quarterback and rushing the passer. And you've seen the growth of him as a stack linebacker and how he communicates with the rest of the guys on defense. Ern has really taken, the reins as the leader on defense, and I don't think anyone would disagree with me in saying that, which the position he plays, it lends itself to being the leader on defense when you're the middle linebacker, and he's embraced it. I thought he embraced it last year, and we had obviously some great players that were, everybody knew was going to be there last year, even though they were true juniors, and he embraced that role, and I think he's really dove into it now and is the clear-cut guy that everybody looks to lead the program. We have Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng. He's been good, if not better than what our expectations are. And we also have Chase Taylor, who is from Stockbridge, Georgia. They both have come in, and first you've seen the change in their bodies. Coach Tress and that staff down in the weight room have done an unbelievable job. Most kids that come in the spring, you see the physical differences with them and the rest of the team, and those guys haven't missed a beat there. But Nate has done a great job. He had to sit out most of his senior year. He was very highly thought of coming here. We're glad we have him. Explosive is what you would say when you see him on the field. Very, very fast, very, very explosive. Intelligent, plays the game the right way. We're very, very high on him. We think he's got a chance to be a really good football player. He does. We were making that. We actually had that conversation a couple days ago. But what I saw from him last year was just a raw, athletic kid. I think I said here last year, the previous place that I was at, we even looked at him as a tight end. Because he was that athletic, in space and was such a big, athletic kid. Last year, he had to kind of learn the position, but you saw some of the, what the future would look like for him once he got it. And you knew, once that happened, you had a chance to have a really good football player. But you never know how quick that's going to happen. And what we've seen this spring, that Page has really turned. He's turned into, one of the, guys that we're going to be counting on defense to be a major contributor. He's, like I said, he's had some practices where I would say he was one of the better guys on the field. He's really transformed his body. If you guys see him now, as far as just the physical part of it, you can't teach the length that he has, and the athleticism that he has is really, really eye-popping sometimes. And, comparison-wise, I'm trying to think of, who we talked about. But the thing that you see with him is, because of his size, he could be that hybrid guy that could play stack and, line up on the edge and rush the passer, which he's done a little bit this spring. And you can see that growth with such a young kid and the potential he's going to have to do that. So now we're thrilled to have him here. He's another young man. Man, we're so excited about him. We've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. We look at Jimmy as the third starter. He's a guy that's been here, and knock on wood, I think this is the healthiest he's been. I think the injuries have slowed him down the last 2 years, but this spring he's been healthy. He's had some unbelievable practices, and he's a guy we view as a third starter. He's going to be a major part in the rotation.